Howard Fuller often says this, right? About Black people in general and how there was a time when we were not able to sit at the counters in restaurants. And now you have people who can sit at the counters but can't read the menu. And when you think about the legacy of reading and literacy, I mean, I think back to my ancestors who were forbidden to read.
Mhm.
They were, punished, killed even for reading a book, for, learning and discovering letters and words and being able to use that information. And the reason for that was because it was a tool of empowerment. It was a tool of freedom, right? If I can read, I can think beyond my present situation. I can learn about what's happening, and be active in that engagement. And so when I think about the in that case legalized, right, the legal oppression that came with restricting literacy and restricting freedoms as it pertained to knowledge and being able to read and write and learn. It's so important to make sure that we seize that opportunity and we make sure that we support our children with those opportunities. It's so important to their future success. It's so important to, the families and the communities and their engagement. And I think that this is a struggle that, you know, even though it's not necessarily forbidden, the reality is I believe it's still intentional to make sure that children don't have the tools that support their fullest levels of freedom. And literacy is a tool in that. It's a tool of empowerment. And that's why it is acceptable and has been acceptable in our nation for schools to be chronically failing families and communities. And that's why I'm so passionate about the work that I do because, Purpose Prep, I've been trained and I've seen the work of other school leaders across this nation, many of them building excellent schools that are doing the work to make sure that we circumvent the status quo and make sure that our children have the opportunities that they deserve to be liberated, to be empowered, to experience the fullest levels of freedom. And rooted in that is the acquisition of literacy and being able to have the freedoms of reading, writing, and being able to express yourself in your own words, in your own language, in your own right. And literacy provides that for people.